What's up, Internet? Advantageous here, and I'm bringing you another passerby Wi-Fi battle, this time against Diego. And I will get it started because I'm not going to waste any time, because this one was pretty good, but the next battle, oh man, you got to stick around for my third battle. Oh, that was hype. So here, I was looking at his team, and it was 5 steel types plus a water type. Which is my low tick. So I was predicting the fortress to lead. I had Magma Storm that can get past Sturdy, so I knew it was a good idea to lead with it, and it does pay off as my low tick, and I do hit it. It's only 75% accuracy. I hit it, so this is going to do a fair amount of damage on my low tick. I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't reveal leftovers, so wasn't sure what to do with it, but Shine on my low tick is very pretty. I mean, it's a very pretty Pokemon to begin with. So the Scald was coming here. The only one I really wanted to take a burn was Alakazam. I could have switched Greninja on it, but I didn't want to get burned. I'm like, Alakazam can take it. So here, I Mega Evolve, because I was thinking he was going to switch out, but I knew that there was nothing here that wanted to take a knockoff, so I went for it, knocked off Citrus Berry. As he goes for the Dragon Tail, probably thinking I was going to set up in his face, but most likely I would have just gone for an Energy Ball even if I had Calm Mind. So I decided to, sorry I missed that, was that Light Screen or Reflect? I decided to set up a screen. I do believe it was Light Screen because I needed to get in. So Widowmaker gets dragged out, and I do just go for the Mega Horn here. I do get outsped. But look at that Mega Horn. That does double damage. Like, that's crazy. And then I thought we were going to get into this little duel whether we was going to, like, Recover Soul me, so I actually went for the Agility here as Fortress comes out. And I'm like, I can't touch this thing. This thing unfortunately gets walled by Steel types, pretty much. Unless you're an Aegislash where you also have the Dark typing. The Ghost typing, which I can hit you. So that was a bit unfortunate. So I switch out into Machamp as he sets up T-Spikes, which is fine because I can take care of that. Machamp goes for the Fire Blast. Fortress does have Sturdy, as it should have, and then it reveals the red card. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So Greninja gets pulled out here, and I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. As he is going to get a second layer of Toxic Spikes out, but I do know that I have what's his name in the back, Widowmaker, my Ariados that can soak up the spikes. I've also got a Heatran that is unaffected, so I'm not too worried about them. They're not going to become a problem, and it's only one layer on Greninja, so it's not going to stack up. Here I'm Choice Banded, so I go for the Choice Banded U-turn, and look at this, buy my low tick. I don't know if the band mattered, like my low tick's usually special, but there was no reason for me not to go for U-turn on that turn. I do have Shadow Sneak, Water Shuriken, and Gunk Shot as my other moves. So I'm just going to U-turn into Widowmaker and get rid of the Toxic Spikes. I don't want anything to do with them. But he gets the initiative here to bring out Steelix. I can't touch this thing at all. So I decide to switch into Machamp to tank any hit. I'm max health, max special attack, so I can take hits fairly well. So out comes Steelix, that's Mega Steelix, as he is going to set up the rocks. So unfortunately my Ariados will have its sash broken on re-entry because I don't have a way to get rid of it. So here I was trying to figure out what the best thing for me to go for, and it was still Fire Blast was totally free because of that my low tick being gone. If it was around, it would have been a hard call. So the Aegislash switches in on the Fire Blast, and I pop the weakness policy. He took his time to think about his plays. I'm like, you are not going to take me out with a Shadow Sneak, and I kill you with another Fire Blast. And obviously, like, King Shielding does nothing because it won't lower my attack. Shadow Sneak still does a fair amount though, like that's half health, which is great, and Aegislash is obviously going to go down to the Fire Blast. And no guard, it is a no guard Machamp, so I cannot miss Fire Blast, which is great. I love it. So in comes Magnezone. This was another threat. Like, this was probably, I think, the fastest thing on his team. So it was a big worry because my team wasn't super speedy, and Like Greninja, obviously Greninja and Mega Alakazam are really fast, but Alakazam's obviously a utility set. So here I decide to sack off Ariados, even though it was full health. I knew it was going to go down, because I wanted a free switch in here. So luckily he does Volt Switch back into Steelix, and I'm like, okay, I outspeed you. This is just a free switch back into Machamp, and something dies. So this was great. This was absolutely great. And now that Aegislash is gone, I have zero reason not to go for Focus Blast, which is super awesome. So Steelix, bye-bye. I was waving bye. And if you're wondering why this is post-commentary, my camera went to crap, and I'm not happy about it. So back out comes this Magnezone. I know it's going for Volt Switch, so I'm like, what can I take? What can I bring out here that can take this thing out? Or like tank the hit and go, because I didn't want to sack off Greninja. I still needed it. Magnezone crits me with Volt Switch, which kind of sucks. And out comes Fortress, and I know exactly what he's doing here. He wants to set up the T-Spikes. And that was the only problem, is that I only had Magma Storm to hit this thing with. And as you can see, I miss it, which sucks. And he is going to get a layer of T-Spikes up. Which, you know, late game, it doesn't really matter anymore. He's just leaving this thing in for fodder. And Magma Storm again misses. I was like, okay, I was okay at this point. I'm like, 2 misses, that's fine. I don't really care about the T-Spikes. I'm like, okay, on this 3rd turn, you need to hit this T-Tran. Like, can't miss 3 in a row. And I don't. I know, you were probably waiting for that suspenseful. Oh, I missed it again. Ah, it was terrible. That wasn't too bad, because I was in a pretty solid position. He really lost. He really didn't have anything left of his Heatran. And it's, you know, it's immune to toxic spikes. And everything left in the game. So back in comes this Magnezone. I'm not scared of it at all. And then it whips out the Hidden Power. I'm like, uh-oh, Hidden Power Ground, I'm dead. And then I live. I'm like, what was that? Was that Hidden Power Water? I'm trying to think like what I'm weak to. Like maybe Hidden Power Fighting? That would make some sense against other... Yeah, it would make sense against other Steel types. But yeah, if that was Hidden Power Ground, I was dead. I'm half health. That's 4 times super effective. So it had to have... like, yeah, Hidden Power Water wouldn't make sense. Who runs Hidden Power Water? Especially if it's shiny. Probably they gemmed Hidden Power Fighting onto it. So in comes the Ferrothorn. And... yeah, Magma Storm. Bye. So I had those 2 misses, and then I didn't miss from there. And the cool thing about that was, yeah, the Magnezone I got past 30. So that was great. So, there I go, I beat Diego. So, yeah, so I should have stated it at the beginning of the video. My camera was just really acting up. It recorded just fine, and then for no reason, it just decided to stop recording. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just get right back into it, that's fine. I missed, like, and then it goes, and it just freezes. For no reason. And then I try like closing it, opening it back up, and it's like, oh, you have to restart your tablet. I'm like, oh great, that's gonna take like 5 minutes. So pretty much at that point, like, this recording is done. I'll just have to do it post-comm. But yeah, that was pretty powerful. I mean, you didn't even get to see Gardevoir hit the field, but this team is pretty powerful. I was a little bit scared of this team though. I mean, like, he's got some pretty strong monsters, but Machamp, oh buddy, you are a beast. So anyways, I got one more battle for you guys coming up. It will be post-comm as well, because I had it right after this one and my camera was still... yeah, it was just... I don't know what was wrong with it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!